Welcome to Witch Way. I'm Elise and this is episode 30 of Witch Watch, where I'm making my way through every witchy film and series ever made. Jumping straight into the early 2000s with the fantasy adventure trilogy Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring, Two Towers, and Return of the King. These three films follow the Fellowship, a group of adventurers tasked with destroying an enchanted ring, else it bring rise to a great evil. This ring can only be destroyed in the fires of Mount Doom, and many obstacles lay in their path. These films are high fantasy at its best, magical beings from elves to wizards, epic battles, and fantastical creatures. 5 stars for this trilogy that has spawned so many memes.
One does not simply walk into Mordor.
Up next is the 2023 documentary, Coven. This film follows 3 modern-day witches as they each discover what being a witch means to them and their practice. They travel to Scotland, Salem, Romania, and New Orleans to speak to mentors and local history experts, and even explore past lives. Each of these women bring a different perspective and speak about how witchcraft has impacted their lives. 5 stars for these women who have chosen to show who they are to the world. Next up is the 2024 horror Tarot. A group of college students rent a place for the weekend. In the basement, they find a box of strange tarot cards. Each have their horoscopes read before they return to their day-to-day lives. But before long, each of them start to meet a grisly end. It doesn't take the remaining students long to realize they are being killed off exactly as their horoscope predicted. They must search for answers to survive and unlock the dark past of the deadly tarot. At first, I felt this film to be very predictable, but when I really got into it, I found I was enjoying myself. It gives off early 2000s horror vibes, especially that of Final Destination. 4 stars for this film, originally titled Horoscopes. Of course, we also have the 2024 musical fantasy Wicked Part 1. This is the origin story of the Wicked Witch of the West. She was born green and with a power she cannot control. She is given the opportunity to learn how to harness this ability when she is enrolled at a university and mentored by a sorceress. Here she meets Glinda, and the two go from enemies to friends and are off to see the wizard. But something isn't right in the Emerald City, and soon she goes from a student with so much potential to public enemy number 1. This film has many Easter egg references to the 1939 Wizard of Oz and has such beautiful sets. Each of the actors really took the characters and songs and made them their own. 5 stars for this film based off of a musical which was based off a book which was inspired by a movie that was adapted from a book. Can't wait for part 2. With the release of Wicked, I have been watching some of the other adaptations of The Wonderful Wizard of Oz. They all have the same premise, following a girl who makes her way into a magical land and must make her way out again. So here are my star ratings. Turkish Wizard of Oz, 1971, 2 stars. The Wiz, 1978, 3 stars. Into series now, and I have made my way through season 1 of the 2011 fantasy drama Once Upon a Time. A woman is approached by a young boy claiming to be her son, who she gave up for adoption. She returns him to his home in the small town of Storybrooke, a town he claims is home to fairy tale characters trapped here by the evil queen's spell, who also just happens to be his adoptive mother. The woman thinks this is all just his way of coping until stranger and stranger things start happening. From Snow White to Red Riding Hood, these fairy tale creatures are trapped, and she is their only hope to break the spell. This series is very campy and uses green screen effects when flashing back to our fairy tale characters' lives, but it is very clever how they have intertwined the lives of the fairy tale characters, and I really love the evil queen's outfits. 4 stars, as I am interested to see where this goes with 6 more seasons to go. And I cannot forget the 2024 supernatural drama Agatha All Along. Our title witch has lost her power and wants to get it back, so she assembles a coven of witches to summon the Witch's Road. Facing tricks and trials, witches who make it to the end of the road will be given what they desire most. But who will make it to the end, especially with a witch killer in their midst? This show was everything I wanted it to be. Each of the witches are unique in personality, power, and appearance, and we get to learn more about Agatha. The practical sets were amazing, and the Easter eggs that were in every scene were so well done. Check out my Witch Lore review for more on those, and 5 stars for this witchy wonder. What did you think of the films on this list, and what have you been watching lately? Let me know in the comments below, as well as any recommendations for my upcoming Witch Lore reviews, where I delve into the lore, history, and witchcraft of certain witchy films. If you like what I do here, you can support my channel by donating via the thanks button, or you can simply complete your Witch Way ritual in liking this video, sharing it with those you think might enjoy it, and subscribing to my channel to stay notified of new content. And as always, thank you for watching here on Witch Way.